Okay. This needs to become a bedroom. The amount of times I have moved these tools. It's been 3 years since I've moved them. Well, hello, Bingus. How can I help you, baby? This needs to turn into a bedroom. And phase one is like, I need to clean out the tools and make myself a workshop, which workshop episode you will see in a little bit, or it's already out. I will card it for you, but I have to move all these tools again, which is fine. I'm just sleepy. So let's figure it out. We're actually gonna have more storage in the workshop because I'm gonna be utilizing all of these. Okay, let's try it. I am moving on to the second guest bedroom, and we've actually been in here before. We've made it over twice a little bit. Once for my old assistant to have a workspace, and then once for myself as well to have a workspace. But right now it looks like this. It just has all my tools to keep them safe in one spot, hence the workshop episode. We had to clean it up and clear it out to get ready for this one. I have had these workshop cabinets for ages. These were actually from my original garage makeover, which I will card for you if you want to see how I organized them when I did have these in a garage workshop. But other than that, we have the outdoor workshop for you guys to look at now. As I mentioned, this corner was also my workspace, which again is an episode for you. You're going to be getting a lot of that because it's going to be trickling into this renovation. Just so much work. Just the beginning. I'm having a bit of a moment. This is the world's worst lighting. Can we fix this? I am going to be going insanely bold with color in here for the whole room, and I'm a little nervous about it. So I'm going to start with one wall and test it out before I commit because it's a big color and I've never decorated with such a color, and I'm just going to give myself this wall to worry about. And if I like how it looks, I will move on to the rest. It wouldn't be us if it wasn't a mess. Okay, I wanted to clarify here real quick because, of course, I do everything backwards, but that's just kind of the name of the game the last couple months. When I'm saying one wall at a time, I am legitimately and like literally voice crack, going through puberty, legitimately and literally doing one wall. How this episode ends up turning out is, it's interesting to say the least. A lot of work for a very different reward, but I don't know. I've never done a renovation, and just executing one wall isn't really executing one wall. It's considering the whole design of the house, and I'm still in the midst of figuring out like the kitchen and the bathroom and what appliances look like and what main colors there are. But when I've gone on these 2 trips with 2 humans that I love very much, there's been so much color. This is the brightest color, I've ever done. Oh no, I don't know if I like it. And like water and movement, and it's completely taken my brain from a very white neutral space into something that I've actually worked with Benjamin Moore on developing, like a colorway specific to me and what I would like to do in this house. So it kind of, I don't know, might seem a little bit ridiculous when I'm like, oh my God, this is the craziest color I've done. But it is, and it, for me, is not something I'm going to dive into. Because we all know how it is when I dive into something and then I don't finish it. But you just got to redo it. And I don't want to redo this. I don't want it to look tacky. And I really just, what I'm committing to throughout the house, I want it to last. And so I just thought I needed to clarify. But I don't know if I really needed to. I'm going to go add a brooder to the chickens. I don't think you've met them yet. I have no idea what episode's coming out when. Oh boy. I don't know. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Yes, there's wallpaper on here. I don't want to commit to the color. This is the most aggressive color, like I said, I've ever done. And I'm already just like, how the hell am I going to design a whole room with this? But for some reason, I'm falling in love. So I'll leave it on the wall. I'm not going to do anything drastic. And I'm going to finish the DIY because you can always change paint color. That's actually really easy. Let this sink in for a second and let me try to figure out some kind of design or texture that will, the couch. The couch. Cheetah makes stylish and comfortable furniture accessible to everybody with options for all budgets, and it gets delivered directly to your door, which you know I like because I live in the middle of nowhere. It's really exciting for me to be able to implement a small living room within this second guest bedroom that we're doing. And I opted to go with Cheetah's Josie 3-piece modular performance boucle sofa. But there's different configurations if you want to get different pieces. I just got the left side and the right side. This is... It is made of a performance boucle fabric that's easy to clean and suitable for pet families such as myself. And I went with the pearl colorway because I want the more neutral versus the darker gray that they have available. Clearly, they don't just have this sofa available. You can head over to their site and see their assortment of modern designs ranging from farmhouse to contemporary. There's literally something for everybody, for every space that you got. Oh my God. There we go. Not only does it come with loose back cushions that connect with zippers so it can easily be moved off if you want to have extra space, but it also comes with connectors so it locks in place and can easily be grouped up into different configurations for different spaces. If you've reviewed my taste of couches over the years on my channel, I've always loved couches that kind of resemble a ginormous pillow, and that's exactly what I got here. If you guys want to get a 15% discount, I'm going to go ahead and link and leave my code down in the description as well as the pinned comment. But Cheetah, oh my God. Hands down one of the coziest couches I now own. Like, what? Are you joking? Thank you. Don't fall asleep. We can't. We must design. Thank you so much again to Cheetah for sponsoring today's episode. Now that we have the couch in place, we got to get back into designing, but be sure to click the link down in the description or the pinned comment and get your 15% off when looking for the perfect piece for your space. This is my favorite part right here. I just can't get over that. And then it's just really the perfect nap couch, honestly. Okay, so couple things. Number one, I don't really want to throw accessories on this couch. I'm kind of over throwing accessories on couches and trying to accent with color. I want to leave the couch alone, let it speak for itself, and basically accessorize around it to make you focus on the couch. If that makes any type of sense. I'm gonna build a backdrop that has a lot of texture because you know me, and see what we can do to kind of funk it up a little bit, if you will. We already did with the color, and I'm still like, do I like it? I don't know. So let's do the back. Where do I want to scoot you guys? Just out. We're gonna use some 2x2s to space this accent off of the wall. Oh yeah. I'm gonna put one support on each side, and there should be a stud seam over here somewhere. I just want to give the optimum support. I think 3 will be fine. Little tip for you guys: get yourself a solid stud finder that tells you more than just the wood behind the wall. This is my Zircon K4. This is not sponsored, but I really do love this thing. It lets you know metal, electrical, piping, ventilation. It tells you everything, because some stud finders, when you put it along your wall, it's just recognizing that there's something behind the wall besides drywall, and you could drill into like a water pipe or something, or an electrical wire, and you don't want that. This stud finder has a couple of different modes, and I'm just going to use the basic. So this is where a stud is, but it's turning red and beeping. Oh, so there is a stud here, but the reason it went off is because there is an electrical wire close by. I'm not going to take the risk of trying to drill into this and hit an electrical wire, so we'll just keep it moving. Okay, so here's one with nothing in its way. I got this idea from a makeover I did over at a place called Nowhere. You guys can actually go stay in that room, fun fact. I'll link that video for you, but I'm using the 2x2s to just lift this accent wall off of the wall a little bit to elevate it. Also, I can run electrical behind it a little bit more freely and not be drilling directly into the drywall. Instead of leaving this just raw wood, which I tend to do a lot, I want to change the name of the game here and add some texture. So I cut this faux cowhide that I've had on hand, honestly, for like going over 2 years now, in half, and then I'm gonna move that into the bedroom on the straight side and staple it from the top and work my way to the bottom to now put this faux cowhide up on the wall behind the couch to mix some fabrics together. This was awkward in itself, but just cutting a straight middle line to seam the two pieces together was a little bit more difficult than I anticipated. I just had to use a razor and a lot of patience. Okay, I'm falling in love. I thought I wanted to, okay, a lot of thoughts going through my brain right now. Whoa. All right, cowhide is up and I have no idea what I'm doing. I am oddly falling in love with the curve at the bottom of this cowhide, so I'm not sure what material I want to do, but I'm not going to try to rush and commit to it since we have the remainder of the room left to do. Kind of like a mad scientist over here, but I already love the wall more with the cowhide against that blue. Since I don't have the copper, I think I want to do copper metal down here to follow the curve since I'm really loving this curve, but I don't have that on hand. So let's just move forward and do the shelf and add a little accent and see if we actually like the direction of this DIY. Oh, yeah, so much better. That just needs to scoot over a little more. All right. Let's work with that lip. I think I'm using a 1x4 here for pine. And then I'm also going to be just drawing out a wiggle template and using my jigsaw, which I don't know why I didn't record, and sanding that down to add just some fun to the edge of that shelf. It's like 2 a.m. and I'm kind of delirious, but I stained, there we go, just a darker early American to just hopefully pull some warmth towards the front of this couch so it doesn't look like just raw plywood. So I'm gonna let that sit for a second. Okay, now the big thing is the mirror. Actually originally used this in the guest bedroom that we last made over, and so it's fun to be able to use it now. Oh my god. Oh. I love it. What do you think? Well, thanks. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and all my brain goes to is like, I wish I had the budget to hire people, but I don't right now. So I just got to push through this room. One thing I've noticed, I think I've said it before, but there's wallpaper on these walls. The weird thing about this wallpaper though, the adhesive in most of the areas is like another level. This idea popped in my head where I basically want to make a textured wall, but I don't want to spend the money for the lime wash. I don't want it to be like lime wash. I just want it to be textured. I know this sounds kind of weird. I hope it makes sense though. So lime wash paint is, oh my god, I don't know if you can see this. Lime wash paint is $100 per gallon. So I just spent 20 bucks on a big thing of joint compound and bought a $30 gallon of paint, and we're just gonna see what this does. I'm just gonna get creative. I'm so dumb. I haven't been recording. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I'm literally just smearing the joint compound on, and then I watched a bunch of videos on how to do Venetian plaster. Boy, I really start to lean on in and talk your ear off here. Not that I don't already, but I really just threw up texture on the wall unevenly. There was no rhyme or reason to it. You can see there's still some texture to this wall, but what we're taking off is that rough. I want to smooth it down to kind of make it almost like a Roman clay. I don't even know if that's the right terminology. I did it backwards. Don't start with me. We're smoothing it down with a wet sanding sponge to be more like that versus roof. Hi, Waco. You concerned? How do you know? There's another bedroom that we're making. This is Cal's ball. It makes me cry every single time. He's an athlete. As you know, I don't really have a plan for anything. So as I'm doing this room, adding the texture, putting the color back on the wall, seeing the mirror there, my brain started to kind of just tinker with the idea of making a gallery wall of thrifted mirrors. And that would take a bit if I wasn't going to be sacrificing the mirrors I was throwing up. So I started with a couple that I did source locally.
Is it 1 o'clock in the morning? Yes. Am I nervous for my chickens? Yes. Do you guys know I have chickens yet? I have no idea because life keeps getting in the way of all my episodes. Anyways, I want this. I hope this looks good. It's so funny, like, I'm not nervous, but I'm just like, I don't want it to look tacky. I have this idea in my head and I'm like holding myself back lately. Number one, still post Cali, life has been like, how can I put it? Any power tool I pick up, even though I'm charging the battery, it dies. That type of thing is happening. So it's like deflating me. And then it just, the more I'm working on this house and I'm not posting because I'm like holding myself back, you know, it just makes everything worse. Okay, we have to find more mirrors.
Not only did I find more mirrors, but I found huge mirrors that totally shifted the game for me. Originally, I wanted these big mirrors for a different project, but the more that I sat on them and saw the thrifted wall mirror moment kind of like losing luster and looking a little bit tacky, I decided to throw this big mirror up. I bought 3 mirrors, each of them were $20, and I got them delivered after everything was said and done, $96 in total. And I even gained 2 friends because the 2 women that delivered it and ran that shop, they're just incredible. So let me show you what I did with it. All right, babies, I'm gonna put a brooder in here for you. Little babies.
All right. Okay, you want me to get on that side? Yeah. Okay. Do I got it? I'm 4'11".
I know, right?
Yep, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Here we go.
All
right.
Okay. You got it all.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
You got it?
Okay, yeah, we got it. We got it.
Okay.
This way. This way. This way. All right. Okay. Be careful not to push it. High five! We did it!
You just watch 18 minutes and 9 seconds of me changing my mind. Well, guess what? At least you didn't spend a month doing this. And anyways, I am just excited to show you again and again, like you can change your mind. You can say no, you can unfollow, delete, remove, add, take away, DIY, customize. You can do anything you want to your space to make it feel like a home to you, because that's who you need to impress at the end of the day, is yourself, because that's your safe zone. I just want every room to be extra special, and those mirrors on the blue wall just wasn't cutting it for me, but this elevated it to a whole nother level.
That's wild.
Well, it looked really clean when the wall was blue, but now you can see the entire room behind it. We're going to try to ignore that and move forward with showing you how I'm adding that mirrored headboard back up onto the wall, and I'm doing this all with mirror adhesive for the correct poundage or appropriate weight is what I meant to say, to hold the mirror up against the wall and to hold the mirror up against itself. I'm going to move forward with cutting down the rug that I actually used in my trailer makeover and did a mirror accent wall in there. And I'm going to do the same thing over here because I think blending those reds in that blue is going to open me up to a whole new world.
Okay.
I thrifted these candle holders from Black Luck Vintage, one of my favorite thrift shops out here in Joshua Tree, a while back, and it made perfect sense to just adhesive them right onto the mirror right there, because why not?
Okay. It totally cracks me up that we have come full circle, like the wall's covered with the mirror. So this whole video, this whole episode is to show you how ridiculous renovations are, and that's okay. If you have to design one wall to wrap your head around a room, it's your space. I rushed this and tried to get this whole room done in the time I needed to. This vision would not be here. I would not have found that big mirror, and this design would look a lot different. I want to put the bed right here. Oh my God, the whole, it's gonna shift again. I need to seam this up. Don't look in this corner. Your head doesn't hit. I wonder if I should make this where the bed goes. You can see the different modes you can go with this, right? More neutral to the left, moody to the right. And I definitely am loving this combination. I love it. Couch in place, accent wall started. Now we got, but it is backwards because I have to tarp it off and do the ceiling. Well, that was a roller coaster, to say the least, but I mean, did you expect anything else? Thank you so much, Sheeta, for sponsoring today's episode. Be sure to click the link in the description and in the pinned comment to shop their wider range of product and to check out their deal. I will see you soon for another DIY.